Grimm's Fairy Tale. My grandma was very old. Her face was wrinkled, but her eyes were blue spheres that showed how much wisdom she had, and they had a mild and gentle expression in them when they looked at you. Her hands were delicate and warm, and her hair was completely white. She was a woman who, if you looked closely at her, you could see how young at heart she was. Sometimes she wore flower dresses of many colors, but she loved to wear those subtle pastel shades that made her look beautiful.
She sat in her favorite comfortable armchair, picking out her special book, with the big silver brooches in which she used to read. In that book there were dried roses that probably brought back pleasant or perhaps sad memories. Now she has decided to tell me her story.
Once upon a time, during World War II in Poland, lived a humble family who, like others, wished for the end of the war. The family consists of dad, mom, and two very naughty little girls. One day, the mother asked her daughters to go to the forest to fetch firewood, while their father tried to light the fireplace. The girls immediately obeyed because in that forest they could be free, enjoying absolute peace.
While I was listening to her story, she was smelling her rose, and I wondering why my grandma is looking at her old chest, which was too big.
The girls liked to walk in the forest because not only they breathed peace and fresh air, but also because it was a place where there were fascinating secrets.
What kind of secrets, Grandma? I asked.
Sweetie, there were incredible creatures, fairies, gnomes, and elves.
Grandma, I don't believe you things in things that exist like that.
Of course, sweetie, these creatures really exist, and just the dreamers could see them.
I couldn't believe a word my grandma said. I thought she wasn't honest with me. But she was telling her story, her face began to bringing up with excitement.
This day, the forest fairies protect the little girls because they didn't allow them to leave the forest. They knew that if they abandoned the forest, they would die.
Grandma, why are the girls going to die?
Sweetie, because the German soldiers attacked their parents' home and they killed them.
But what about the girls?
They escaped from the soldiers, and for that day, the little girls survived thanks to the fairies.
I didn't believe in Grandma's story, but her face radiated confidence and happiness, as if all of her words were true.
My sweetheart, I understand you if you don't believe me, but I should tell you that I stayed in the forest that day.
Is it really, Grandma?
Of course, my sister and I were rescued by the fairies. When we escaped from the Germans, a kind family adopted us. From that moment on, the fairies promised that they will always be with us. Therefore, I have never needed anything my life had purpose.
Did you miss your parents?
Yes, sweetie, I always think of them and I really want them to be in this magical place waiting for me.
When my grandma finished telling her story, something strange happened. She told me some tears. As she fell on the bed, she looked at her chest. I couldn't understand anything. Suddenly, a bright light that came out from the chest illuminated my grandma's bedroom. Then she said me,
All of this time, these magical creatures have taken care of me. Now they want to take me to a wonderful place. Oh, sweetie, my time here must pass.
"No, Grandma, don't abandon me. What I will do without you?"
Oh, darling, just make your dreams come true.
Then, when she told me those words, she closed her eyes, and a mythical blue light came out of her, disappearing through the night. I never forgot this amazing moment. My grandmother was my favorite person. I always knew she was an exceptional person. No, I know that in this magical world she has a better life. Thank you.